Live from WLNS TV, this is 6 News at 6.
Hundreds gather at the Capitol for another round of protests against the governor's executive orders. It's our top story at 6. Thanks for joining us. I'm Lauren Thompson.
And I'm Sherry Jones. It wasn't as large as the gridlock protest a couple of weeks ago, but the Capitol grounds and then the Capitol Rotunda were filled with people opposed to Gretchen Whitmer's stay home, stay safe orders.
We have live team coverage from the Capitol for you tonight. We kick it off with Ashley Graham. And Ashley, you watched as those protesters filled the Capitol demanding to enter the House of Representatives today. Tell us more about that part of the protest this afternoon.
Sherry and Lauren, let me walk you through this. This is a TV where anyone could watch a live stream of the Capitol House proceedings. And you can see in this area where I'm standing and up these stairs, going up a few floors, that's where people were crowding around trying to demand to be let into the House floor. Because according to them, this is the people's house and they have every right to be in there during those proceedings and any votes. There were chants of "Let us in" and "Open Michigan" for about an hour as people were standing out here singing the national anthem and other patriotic songs. They were also carrying guns and insisting that they deserve to be let inside during the vote. Many were not wearing masks while they were out here, and with such a big crowd, there was no way for social distancing to really even happen. Michigan State police officers and House aides blocked the doors from anyone to be let in or out. And after the House vote, I spoke with one protester about why she decided to participate and what she hopes people at home will understand about what happened today.
There was a lot of passionate people that, for whatever reason, it's all on the line for them. You know, we all want to see the doors open up. And I think they're just heated, they're passionate, they're excited, and then we, from what they say, we got what we wanted. So we just have to see how the Senate passes.
The chanting and cheering continued until well after the House vote, and a few people actually stuck around to go over to the Senate side on the other side of the rotunda. That's where they're in session right now. We'll be following for any updates throughout the night, and we'll let you know as we learn more. Here for you live at the Capitol, Ashley Graham, 6 News. Back to you.
Thank you for that, Ashley. Now, before heading inside the Capitol building, hundreds of people demonstrated outside in favor of reopening the state.
They gathered on the lawn to share their disapproval of the governor's orders and to be seen and heard by lawmakers.
Special powers now!
The demonstration included speakers calling for the state to reopen the economy as soon as possible for the sake of businesses that are struggling during the pandemic.
It's really tough to get all the information because you have, both sides playing a game of political football, even the right versus the left. One wants to blame the other. It's just a mess, right? And I just want to get back to my life and working and taking care of my family. That's really why I'm here today.
Well, Michigan State Police were also out on that Capitol lawn today, patrolling that area to keep the demonstrators and Lansing residents safe. Kiera Lake is here for you now, live at the Capitol. Kiera, were they able to keep everything under control?
State police say that the outside and the inside protests were very calm and that people were well behaved, but there was one arrest. Police tell us that one person was arrested, or a protester was arrested, after assaulting another protester. And unlike Operation Gridlock 2 weeks ago, where people stayed mostly in their cars, today protesters were encouraged to meet on the lawn, and during the protests, some people did not have on a mask or social distance.
So if we did see large groups that were congregated, and if we observed that, we'd walk up to them and educate them to maintain the 6 feet, keep that social distancing. But we did not, at this time, we haven't issued any citations or arrested anybody for breaking that social distance, nor was that our goal.
I also got a chance to speak with Lansing police, and they say that they did not have to hand out any tickets or arrest anyone. Here for you at the Capitol, Kiera Lake, 6 News.
All right, thank you, Kiera. Well, Governor Gretchen Whitmer responded to the events at the Capitol today.
She says her decisions are based on keeping people safe and avoiding a resurgence of COVID-19 in Michigan.
A large increase in new cases of the virus could potentially result in another stay-home order, which she says nobody wants. As for today's protesters, the governor says most people in Michigan understand the gravity of this pandemic.
the vast majority of people in our state are doing the right thing. And that's why our curve has flattened so dramatically. We've saved lives because of it. And I think while the protesters get a lot of attention, the real story is that the vast majority of people in this great state have done what they needed to do to protect themselves and their families and our communities, and they've saved lives along the way.
Just a short time ago, the State House decided not to extend the governor's state of emergency and ended up voting to authorize a lawsuit that questions Governor Whitmer's authority. Kaylee Marintek continues our live coverage to team coverage today outside the Capitol. Kaylee, why did the House vote not to extend the state of emergency?
Sherry, we sat down with Republican Speaker of the House, Lee Chatfield, who told us he wants the governor to partner with the legislature, and they did not pass the state of emergency because they feel the governor has acted alone when making decisions for the state. The legislature originally approved this extended state of emergency on April 7th. And Chatfield says the state should be taking COVID-19 seriously, but added that moving forward, he wants the legislature to work together with the governor so they can both sit down and look at data and make decisions together.
Should the governor not want to partner with us, should she not want to collaborate with us, it will be a decision that goes to the Supreme Court because the law is very clear. Only the legislature can extend a state of emergency, and today we decided not to do that.
Earlier in the day, the Senate made a similar statement when they passed a bill that would limit the governor's powers. That bill, right now, she can declare an emergency for 28 days. But under that bill, it would decrease that time period to just 14 days. Now, right now, under the current state of emergency is expected to expire this evening, but the governor says that will go on because she does have the authority through the Emergency Powers Act to declare an emergency without legislative approval in times of crisis. Sherry, back to you.
Thank you, Kaylee. The state did record another 980 cases of COVID-19 in the past 24 hours, bringing the total in our state so far to more than 41,000. Michigan also recorded 119 new deaths from this disease, including 40 that were found through record sharing and may have happened in previous days. That brings the death toll in Michigan to more than 3,700.
Well, a state representative for Michigan has sparked controversy with a post on social media in response to an article in The Hill from almost 3 weeks ago.
In that article, Dr. Anthony Fauci says the administration was considering issuing certificates to people who get vaccinated against COVID-19.
According to a Twitter post by Michigan State Senator, State Representative Pamela Hornberger responded by asking on Facebook whether the certificates would resemble a yellow star. Apparently a reference to the stars that Nazi Germany forced Jewish people to wear in the lead up to and during World War II. Well, Progress Michigan, a liberal advocacy group, has called on State House Speaker Lee Chatfield to censure Hornberger over the post. Hornberger is a Republican who represents Macomb and St. Clair counties. A spokesperson for the House Republicans has yet to respond to our requests for comment.
Governor Whitmer will answer questions from the public tonight during a virtual town hall that will air on our sister station, WLAJ. The meeting will take place thanks to a collection of television stations in Flint. The commercial-free hour-long special will air starting at 7 o'clock tonight on ABC 53. Then immediately afterward, I will be joined by 6 News Capitol correspondent Tim Skubic, Ingham County Health official Linda Vale, and business leader Chris Holman to break down the governor's comments. You can watch that on our website, WLNS.com.
Well, a barber shop in Lansing opened its doors briefly today in defiance of the governor's executive orders. Brian Caskey owns the Classic Barbershop. He tells 6 News he's going broke with no stimulus money or unemployment benefits. So today he decided to open the doors for a few hours. He cut the hair of one of his regular customers and a man running for Congress. Caskey says he's getting desperate.
I just can't hold my breath. My bills can't wait for this to end. And I've took the time to allow things to pass, and it gets extended.
Well, police say they are putting together a written report for the prosecutor who will decide whether or not to file.
As class action lawsuit has been filed against the Michigan Department of Corrections by inmates in our state over the department's response to the COVID-19 pandemic. More than 1,400 inmates have tested positive for the disease so far. Statewide, at least 41 inmates have died. According to the Detroit Free Press, the class action lawsuit accuses the MDOC of failing to put adequate protections in place for inmate populations and claims that this violates their 8th Amendment rights to be free of cruel and unusual punishment. The MDOC says it has followed guidelines from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention.
Well, moving on from the coronavirus now, authorities are on the lookout for the person responsible for abandoning 2 animals and leaving them to die. The dogs were described as small, possibly Chihuahuas. Their remains were found in airline carrying cases in a residential area northwest of the intersection of MLK and North Grand River. Animal abandonment is a serious crime. The number for the Ingham County Animal Control is on your screen. Give them a call if you know anything that could lead officials to the person responsible.
This is Weather First from Storm Tracker 6, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance for whatever lies ahead.
Temperatures relatively cool today. We've had a fair amount of rain around the area again, but that's going to be changing in a bit way by tomorrow as warmer weather and sunshine return. Skyview Network, current live view in St. John's. We've got lots of cloud cover around, a little breezy at times. Temperature 49 degrees, but the rainfall total only 207 inch, and those winds gusting up to 24 miles per hour. WLNS tower cam here at the station. We've seen over 4/10 of an inch of rain, so quite a bit heavier. Our current live temperature at 50 degrees. High today in the mid-50s. In Grand Ledge, rainfall total close to 1/4 of an inch, wind gust over 20 miles per hour. Current temperature kind of cool outside at 49 degrees. In Jackson also lots of clouds around, temperature at 50 degrees, high today of 52. 3/10 of an inch of rainfall. Most areas across mid-Michigan have easily seen an inch of rainfall, so this has been a real soaking across most of the area. Current live conditions in Hillsdale, 49 degrees, lots of cloud cover around, high today 52, and almost 2/10 of an inch of rain. Temperatures pretty uniform, upper 40s and low 50s. We're only going to slowly fall tonight, and that'll make the warm up tomorrow that much nicer as we climb into the 60s for highs. Our satellite and radar shows our storm system now beginning to shift a little further east. Showers to the north are starting to break apart. Precision cast through tomorrow morning. The rainfall exits to the east. The clearing line is already right on our doorstep. So during the mid-morning hours, we'll break into sunshine. Lots of sunshine tomorrow afternoon as those readings climb into the mid-60s. There is some cloud cover to our west. I think no doubt this weekend's going to be warm. Highs on Saturday will top out in the upper 60s, but as this little weak system shifts overhead, it increases our cloud cover, and there may be 1 or 2 pop-up showers. Most of us will not see rain on Saturday, but there could be a brief shower that moves through, and then it's back to sunshine to finish out the day. Here's tonight's forecast. Rain showers coming to an end late, low temperature down to 43 degrees. As we head into Friday, starting out with cloud cover, but breaking into sunshine, temperatures 50s at noon and 60s by 5 o'clock. North winds around 5 to 10, but occasionally gusting to around 15 or 20 miles per hour. On the 6-day forecast, 69 degrees, the high temperature Saturday and Sunday, despite more cloud cover on Saturday and that 20% chance of a shower. Monday and Tuesday, things start to cool off. Some morning showers on Tuesday, mid-50s for highs Tuesday and Wednesday. And then on the 6+6-day forecast, we stay in the mid to the upper 50s right into next weekend. Some showers on Friday, and I think those may last into Saturday as well. And then mid to upper 50s, closer to 60 by next Monday and Tuesday. So overall temperature-wise this weekend, the best out of the next 12 days. But even the 50s next week won't feel all that bad.
Yeah, that looks great.
Yeah, it'll be nice to dry out and get those kids back outside too.
Oh, exactly right. My child she is dying to get outside.
Yes, for sure.
Well, still ahead, we will show you what a Jackson science teacher hopes his students learn during this challenging time. Students all over mid-Michigan continue to learn from home, and that means adjustments for everyone, including teachers.
6 News reporter Luke Snyder is here for you now with a look at how a Jackson biology teacher is grading his new style of teaching.
Kitchen tables turning into virtual classrooms. It's the strange new norm as empty schools across the country leave kids to learn at home. For Jackson High School biology teacher Ken Wedgwood, The last few weeks have really been a learning experience.
It's been a whirlwind, but it's been good in the sense of it. I feel like it's reminded me and the people around me what's important, and really focusing on staying connected.
Teaching science from home is challenging, but technology helps. Wedgwood says he meets with students twice a week via Zoom to check in and go over material. He even plans to get creative by videoing himself doing some memorable experiments so kids don't miss out entirely.
Normally, we will do cat dissections in groups of 4, but my plan is to get in there and maybe ask another science teacher to help me record, or set up it myself with a tripod.
Through all the change and uncertainty, he wants students to take away one more valuable life lesson.
You have to adapt and evolve and learn on the go, and just kind of be ready for whatever life throws at you.
Wedgwood says he will prepare this summer for ways to continue to improve virtual learning. Here for you in Jackson, Luke Snyder, 6 News.
Well, Audrey's up next with sports.
And another major sporting event has been canceled due to the coronavirus.
Plus, you've seen this Williamston senior shine on the hardwood for the Hornets over the years. But what's next for Evie Poplawski? Well, she'll tell you after the break.
This is the LaFontaine Automotive Group 6 Sports Desk.
Every year since 1947, the Little League World Series has been the highlight of this summer for baseball and softball's young rising stars. However, that won't be the case this year. The coronavirus has yet again conquered another major sporting event. Little League President and CEO Stephen Keener announced today that this year's tournament has been canceled, which has never happened in the 73-year history of the event. Every summer, 16 teams from around the world travel to Williamsport, Pennsylvania for this tourney, and with the ongoing restrictions on large gatherings and travel, Keener said it would be impossible for this event to be played. It's also going to be a quiet summer in Cooperstown, which is home to the National Baseball Hall of Fame. This year's July 26th induction ceremony was put on the back burner as well due to the COVID-19 pandemic, meaning Kalamazoo's Derek Jeter is going to have to wait another year to take the podium. There was supposed to be a record crowd of over 70,000 people on hand at this year's induction ceremony in upstate New York to honor Jeter. The former New York Yankees captain came within 1 vote of being a unanimous election by the Baseball Writers Association of America in January. With all of those people on hand, the board of directors said the health and safety of everyone had to come first. We'll have more on that tonight at 11. Well, it's time now for our Senior Spotlight segment. We've been doing this each and every week to honor the 2020 senior class. And tonight we're heading to Williamston to honor senior forward Evie Poplawski. She was a force to be reckoned with on the hardwood this year, leading the Hornets to a 16-4 record, and she's been on the varsity squad ever since she was a sophomore. Evie's been playing basketball since she could walk, but next year at the University of Louisville, she'll be trading in her sneaks for a pair of oars. That's right, Evie will be rowing at Louisville come this fall, and told us today how it all came to be.
I did a little bit of an indoor clinic on, rowing machine, which I thought was super fun. I really enjoyed it. And then over the summer, I got to actually go on a boat into the water with a couple other recruits, and I just fell in love. Just like the force moving, like being in the boat and just knowing when everyone's in sync, everyone's in rhythm, it feels so good.
It's a thing of beauty to see, too, by the way. Well, our Alex Sims is going to have her full story tonight at 11, so we hope that you will join us for that. David is back after the break with a look at your forecast. We'll see you then.
We've got big changes on the way, so we'll spin the big forecast for tomorrow. No more mid-50s. Tomorrow, we are in the mid-60s, and that's going to come with some sunshine. Enjoy that. On Saturday, more cloud cover around, but even warmer highs in the upper 60s. Sunday, partly cloudy, near 70 degrees. Then things cool back off. Not cold, but mid-50s Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Morning showers on Tuesday, and then more rain showers late next week. But temperatures remain pretty steady in the mid to the upper 50s.
Wow, that would be so welcome at nearly 70 degrees.
Yeah, I was hoping to put a 70 on there a little bit better, but that's pretty close.
Well, maybe tomorrow.
Yeah, close enough.
Right.
Thanks for joining us tonight. We hope that you'll stay safe and join us back here for 6 News at 11.